Now it is time for the award-winning JBL Travel Minute with Joe Leo with JBL Travel Group. JBL Travel Group is the official travel company of Tiki Man Radio. You can reach out to Joe at 732-831-5200. And now get ready to learn something new about travel. Take it away, Joe.
Good morning, everybody. It's Joe Leo with the JBL Travel Group, a cruise planners franchise. Hey, good morning. Happy weekend. Today I want to talk about 7 things that you might regret on the days that your cruise ship is in port. This was an article that was recently published in one of our cruise magazines and had some really good information in it. Some of the points I probably touched on other episodes, but it's worth repeating. So there's 7 things. First one is not double checking the onboard time. Number 2 is not pre-booking tours and excursions. Number 3 is not being prepared, and I'll get into that a little later. Not setting an alarm to get up, and skipping that souvenir that you were eyeing at one of those ports, and staying on board or not staying on board when you're in a port. And last but not least, not trying the local food and drink. So let's dive right in. So first of all, not double checking the onboard times. You heard me say in the past, if you're not back on the ship in time, you're going to miss the boat. No pun intended. The onboard times are posted at the end of the gangway when you get off. They're also in the daily activity sheet. They might differ from the ones that you saw when you originally booked the cruise. So you have to make sure that you double check those onboard times, because if you miss that ship, you're looking at either getting to the next port or, at worst case scenario, getting yourself home. So that's very important for anybody that's going to be on a cruise. Not booking a tour and excursion. If you really have your heart set on doing something in a specific port, book that excursion right away. These excursions sell out. Now, a lot of times we like to wing it. I know I do it a lot of times because I don't really have anything specific I want to do. And then I'll wing it and hire a local taxi cab. But if there's something specific you want to do, like swimming with the pigs or swimming with the dolphins, or you want to go snorkeling off of St. Thomas, there's a limited amount of spaces, so you want to make sure that you book that far enough in advance or you may miss out on it. The other thing I said, number 3, was not being prepared. Make sure that you're ready with a bag when you're ready to get off the ship. 2 important things you must have with you is your room key card and an ID. 9 times out of 10, you don't have to get off with your passport, but at least your photo driver's license, because they're going to check as you're coming back on the ship. A, to make sure you're on that ship, so you need your key card, and B, that you are who you say you are by having a photo ID. But make sure that you also have sunscreen, maybe a dry change of clothes, just in a little carry-on shoulder bag when you're there, so that if you go swimming, you're not sitting in a wet bathing suit riding back to the hotel in a bus. Also remember that sometimes the buses are air conditioned, and because of the weather there and because it's warm, sometimes the buses could be a little chilly, and the ladies especially, I know, like to carry a little sweater or a jacket. I always bring a poncho with me, one of those disposable fold-up ponchos. A lot of times they have them available as you're leaving the ship to go into port. And so if you don't have one, grab one. They're a couple of dollars. Throw them in your backpack. And I also generally carry an umbrella, because you don't know if there's going to be a rainstorm that's going to happen in the middle of the day, and you're stuck out on the beach or something. So just make sure you're prepared and that you have stuff packed in that box, in that little bag. Also, a bottle of water. So the next thing is not setting your alarm. That was number 4. Not setting an alarm is really crucial if you are planning to go ashore and if you have an early morning excursion. So don't forget to set your alarm to make sure you're up in time so you can be down there for departure, because if you miss the excursion and the time and the meeting place, you actually not have missed taking that trip, and you're not going to get your money back. So make sure that you do set an alarm. Remember to make sure, if you're using your phone, to make sure that your phone is set to the ship time, because a lot of times while you're sailing, you'll go ahead an hour or behind an hour, and your phone is not going to change times unless you're off of the airplane mode and on a Wi-Fi network in a local port. So you must go in and manually change that so that you're on the same time as the ship if you're going to use your phone to set the alarm. The next thing, number 5, was skipping that souvenir that you were looking at. A lot of times people go there, they see this souvenir, they really, really like it, but they think they're going to get it someplace else cheaper at another port, only to find out that that was really the only place that you could get it. Anyway, long story short, if you see something you really like, make sure that you grab it when you see it, if it's something you really want. Number 6 was staying on board or not staying on board. I know that sounds kind of contradictory, but there are times when you're going to want to get off the ship and explore a port, and there are times that you've been to that port already. There's really nothing you want to do there, so you don't want to get off. Personally, when I visit certain ports like Nassau, St. Thomas, I've been there so many times. I like to take advantage of that day and stay on the ship because the pool is empty to grab any seat you want. The spa is empty. I can go for a massage. I can go to the thermal spa. And it's kind of like having the ship to yourself. And you'll find there's a lot of other cruisers that are going to do the same thing. So the decision is, do I stay on? Do I get off? If it's really a port you want to see, get off and enjoy yourself. And number 7, the last one, make sure when you get off the ship that you indulge and enjoy the local culture and the local foods and the local drinks. Now, if you have specific dietary restrictions or you're a very picky eater, then this might not be a great thing for you. But there are some local specialties that I'm sure you can find that you would like that are specific to that destination. Like if you go to San Juan, you have to try the rum. If you're in Barcelona in Spain, you want to try tapas, or if you're in the Bahamas, you want to try conch, whether that's a conch fritter or whatever. But check out the local food and the drink. It's a great way to get yourself involved in the local culture and the experience. Anyway, this has been Joe Leo with this week's Travel Minute. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. I look forward to talking to you real soon. Take care.
Thanks, Joe. You've been listening to the award-winning JBL Travel Minute with Joe Leo, winner of the 2024 Magellan Awards of Excellence. Each week, Joe takes you through the ins and outs of the travel industry and gives you ideas about travel that you never even thought about. If you're looking to take a trip, book a cruise, or a special event, then reach out to Joe Leo at JBL Travel Group at 732-831-5200, the official travel company of Tiki Man Radio.